this. Hey guys, welcome to a new series of Ultimate AdmiraL Dreadnoughts. Now, I will say at the beginning, so you guys know what you're expecting, okay? We're not going to be doing much for the first couple of years. I am basically going to lie dormant for a long time and then bring out the best ships possible for the German Navy. Now, probably about 1900, I'm hoping, we might have some ships built, but right now we don't have any. But I am going to build some once we get some parts in for technology, so we can have some kind of naval defense. But for now, we're going to work on upgrading the port capacity and upgrading technology. I'm going to show you guys what I got for the finances and stuff right now, so we know what's going on. As you can see, we have 70% of the naval budget actually going to technology, and I'm actually doing that on purpose because no, we don't have a whole bunch of money coming in right now, only about 5 million a month. But with how much money we're putting into the technology, which right now is 92,639, that is a huge chunk of the money coming in. And as we upgrade the ports, that money is going to increase, okay? And so if I need to decrease the tech budget at some point because the port upgrading gets too expensive, I will do that. But I want to give our scientists a kick in the pants so we can get ahead of these people. So that's what we're doing there. And I'm probably going to upgrade the port probably twice over for 2 years. So 4 years we're going to be upgrading port capacity and the shipyard development, that kind of thing. And then as we need more money coming in because of expenses, I'm going to upgrade again. But I'm hoping by the time we get a navy set up, we can actually have some decent ships around. Okay, I'm gonna do some improvement of relations here, guys, so we can get naval prestige, so we can take the hits if we need to. I'm gonna improve our relations with the Russians as of right now, and if we want to declare wars, we can do that without going into negative prestige here. So that's why we're doing that. Okay, -2 prestige, which is fine. Let's try to actually get some relations with the United States as of right now and see what's up in regards to them. Improve relations with the United States. We're gonna get upgraded torpedo tubes in about 6 months. Unfortunately, hundreds throughout the years. So we're gonna get, as I was saying, we're gonna get torpedo tubes in about 6 months, and then we'll also get gun layout in 5 months and small guns in 5 months, and then we'll get maneuver warfare in about 1 month, and then I'm gonna switch that to something else so we can boost something else. Training efficiency, awesome. We got 11 relations with the United States and 5 prestige, so that basically made up what we lost and then some, so that's awesome. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and boost the turret mechanism so that we get that the next turn. It's simply because it's pretty much almost done. Okay, we got 5% speed, so that's good. Let's see what else we can do that needs taken care of. We can get the torpedo size in 23 months, which honestly, since we're going to get torpedo tubes in 4 months, I don't think that's a bad idea. It is pretty much the longest thing we got on the thing that is basically seeable right now. Like, we can see what it's gonna be. 16-inch 406mm torpedo tubes. It's 1891 technology. The naval budget would be nice, but I'm going to take the hit with this, just because I don't want a bunch of unrest in my nation, whatever. I'm also going to try and improve my relationships with Spain because of that, so it's not too much affected here. And we're up to 6 million a month for the monthly increase. So those ports are already starting to work for us. That's fantastic. But they're not complete yet because they won't be complete until 1891 because it's going to take, 2 years to complete them. And then I'll probably do them one more time after that, I think. At least, maybe several times more. But not several times more back to back. But we're going to do it twice back to back. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So we're going to get small guns and gun layout in about a month. We're going to get new shells in 3 months and mines in 4 months. 7-inch casemates, 2-inch Mark IIs. Okay, so small guns are now complete. So I'm going to take the booster off of that and see what else we can get done. I'm going to maybe throw the booster on the mines so we can get that in 2 months here. Yeah, we're just going to take that because I like the prestige here. Alright, we're going to take the unrest hit, which we'll probably take care of later. No, let's take the prestige increase. I like that better. I mean, the naval budget would be nice, but the prestige increase would be fantastic. That way, the way people view our nation is quite good. The unrest really isn't that bad anyway, as of right now. Okay, so I'm going to take the booster off of that, and let's actually put it on internal protections. That's going to give us basic medical treatment. It's 1891 technology. So we're kind of ahead on that, actually. A little bit. Not massively or nothing. Yeah, we'll take the hit with France because I don't really want to do anything that affects our nation too much. I think that's where I made a mistake when I was playing off screen, is I just focused on the naval budget and it's just everybody freaking hated me. So okay, let's get the booster off of the mines. Let's see what else needs done here. Hull strengthening, yes, we'll definitely get that. We'll get that in about 3 months. We'll get a new cruiser design right quick here in the next month, and then we'll get better boilers in 4 months. I think we're doing pretty good in terms of technology here. Really good, actually. Light cruiser 3, that's fantastic. We'll get internal protections in 1 month. At that point, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna strengthen the boilers so that we boost the boilers a little bit. It is only 3 months, so it'll probably only go down to maybe 2 or 1 month, but it would still be boosted by a bit. I might even go with the control stations as well. It depends. Okay, well, actually, let's think here. I think we should go with the cruiser, destroyer design, because that's one of the longer ones on this list here. And then once I get the hull strengthening, what I'll do is I'll go down to the control stations and we'll boost that for a little bit. Okay, hull weight increased. Alright, not increased, but it made our hulls lighter is what I'm saying. And now we're up to 7 million a month again. So, I mean, I think as long as we keep this up and we don't throw the nation into debt and whatnot, we should be able to stay ahead on the technology here. Yes, we're gonna go with the control stations. Fantastic. And we're right on money for that too. A lighter boilers minus. We're gonna be unlocking certain technologies pretty close together, maybe within a month apart of each other. Naval prestige. Okay, yeah, let's go with this one here, and then what I'll do is I'll try to counter it by increasing the relations with the British Empire. That way, if they do accept it, it won't be too much of a. But if they deny it, then that's just something that we have to roll with. Guys, I was replying to one of you guys' comments, which reminds me, I do appreciate all of the support on the War Thunder shorts. I'm seeing that you guys are really liking that currently, and I will be doing more, and there will be more coming out tonight, but I'm going to be doing this series and another series because, guys, I gotta take a break break from that. Flying around sometimes it can be exhausting trying to get people, and I can only play so much of that game, but I will be putting more out for it because you guys have enjoyed that for so much of the time, and you guys really seem to like that kind of stuff, so there will be more coming out. It's just I can't do that day in day out. Okay, 16-inch 406mm torpedo tubes. It does a lot of negative stuff, but torpedo range goes up by, so any increase is probably a good idea. We got 5 more prestige and 5 relations with the British right now. What do we got going on here? I'm going to constantly check the technology tree, guys, so that I know what I want to boost and what I want to let go. So we're going to get a new destroyer design in 1 month. We're going to also get a brand new control station as well, and we'll get gun cotton in 2 months. So I would say, you know, with the way that we got our finances set up, where 78% of the naval budget is going to technology, I think it's paying off, guys. I really do. Yeah, we're not making a whole crap load of money right now, but I think it's paying off. TBs are up to 300 tons, and voice tubes were researched as well. Let's go to politics and try and get the relations with the British to continue to increase if I can. Actually, let's do France. Let's increase relations with France right now. And I think the higher the naval prestige goes, the more likely they're going to accept it. But I can't prove that. It seems like that's how it is. And $8 million a month, guys. 8 million. Gun cotton. Okay. And the French did not take our envoys. So I'm gonna go to the United States and see if I can't increase relations with the United States. I'm doing this for the naval prestige, basically, is what I'm doing. How much is actually going to the Navy right now? Okay, altogether there is 142,000 going to the Navy right now, and 70% of that, all that budget, is going to technology. Yes, I forgot. I need to increase the relations with America here. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. Actually, let's improve relations with the Austrians. Okay, that did not work, but we got plenty of prestige. It doesn't really matter much because we got plenty. Those ports have got to be almost done at this point, and then we'll do the second run of them. I do want to see though if we can get some armor quality as well. I'm going to take some boosters off, and I'm actually going to put that on armor quality so that we can get that a little bit faster here. And then I think we'll do engines so we can get a better engine here in 13 months. And then I'll take this booster off and put it on big guns so we can get that stuff better. And it's oh, we're ahead on that then. Holy shit. It's 1894 technology that we're gonna get, and it's 1891. So yeah, we were actually a couple years ahead on air on most of this stuff, but that's probably due to the budget that I set. And like I said, if it gets to the point where we're actually going negative on the budget, I will decrease the tech budget slightly until it goes positive, because we are putting a lot into the tech budget right now. I'm gonna take the prestige, honestly. I'm going to take the naval budget increase just because we got plenty of prestige. And then we can bring the unrest down a little bit when something else happens. We're making about 9 million a month. Okay, now we're back up to 17 million. But again, like I said, we're going to do 2 runs of the maximum port development. So it's going to be a little more expensive this time. It increases a little more each time, but it also increases the port capacity a little more each time you develop your ports. Okay, let's go to finances. And like I said, guys, we're gonna do this at least one more time for now, because I don't want to throw the entire economic system down the toilet. See, now we're only making 6 million off of that, but again, that's gonna go back up. We are actually having 2, 0.34 increase in economic growth per month right now. And then there is 150,000 money going to the naval budget right now. Of that is going to technology. Improve relations with the United States. I need to look at our research page here the next turn. I'm probably gonna play this for a couple of hours just to get somewhere, but it's going to be much shorter for you guys. Maybe about an hour long video. It depends how long I actually play, but I do want to play for some time so that we can get somewhere in regards to technology and stuff, and maybe get some ships built up. We got 4,500 ton CA displacement, so heavy cruiser displacement went up, and we got the 13-inch Mark 1 guns. Naval prestige with America, -2. Let me try to get better relations with Japan actually. Let me see if I can actually do that. Improve relations with Japan. I'm essentially only doing this for the prestige. Okay, armor quality is gonna go up in about 10 months, so we can give them the better armor and stuff like that. That being said, I kind of want to go with the hull, the gun layout again, and then the hull protections after that. Actually, we could do both at the same time here. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and boost this, and that puts it down to 13 months. And we'll get better engines, like I said before, in about 10 months. I got my prestige one time off screen where I had like 100 something prestige. It was crazy. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing this relations thing because we're actually starting to lose prestige a little bit. It's not by that much, but let me try to do it with one other person here one more time because I do like the boost in prestige that it gives you. Let's try the Chinese Empire. Improve relations with the Chinese Empire. We need to get this other stuff down in naval tactics done as well. Yeah, Chinese Empire increased by 6. That gave us a 5% increase in prestige here. Yeah, once the gun layout is complete, I'm gonna boost the armor quality so we can get that. That should be nickel plated steel, I think. And we're back up to 7 million a month. 8-inch secondary caliber guns. Okay, no tantalum Japanese. That's kind of good. 156,000 going to the naval budget right now. Okay, so we got the gun layout. I'm gonna switch that to armor quality right now, and we'll get armor quality in 8 months, which is nickel plated steel. It's a 1891 technology, and so we're a little behind. It's 1892 right now, but we're not too far behind on that. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to let the armor quality just keep being boosted until we catch up on that. We are ahead on the steam engine though by several years. So like 2 years actually. Wow, that's crazy. We're cranking this technology out. That's gotta be because of the budget, but it's kind of scary. I probably should think about building ships at this point. They wouldn't be that great, but just to have some technology. We'll get engines and boilers about around the same time. Yeah, I'm gonna go with S5 with France, and then I'll try and boost it back up. Okay, induced draft boilers, funnel capacity, and then smoke interference plus 20. There's a lot of negatives there, but the funnel capacitor definitely helps. And we're back up to 8 million a month, and we'll get new engine technologies in about a month. And then armor fitting we have to do next. I think I'll do that after the armor quality, just because they go hand in hand. Or maybe I'll put the engine booster on armor fitting. Range finders, I don't know. I'm kind of torn between the two of those. Internal protections would be nice as well. Triple suspension engine. Okay, then that is done. So at this point, I want to take the booster off of that, and let's go with armor quality, because the armor fitting, because that's going to take us the longest to do. And then I can put the armor quality one on something else. Actually, I remember now, we're just going to let that one ride for a bit. Okay, it's 1893 at this point. Nickel plated steel. Alright, yeah, we're a little behind on it. So actually, control stations will get that within a month. Okay, couple years behind on the towers as well, which is really not good. New ships, parts, torpedo protection, that's awesome. And then we'll switch this to rangefinders. Alright, CA displacement, and then emergency welded parts. Nice, that's a huge chunk. There we go. And hull strengthening is gonna be pretty important too, so I think I'm gonna focus on that when these technologies unlock here and we get that stuff done. When small guns gets done, I'm gonna put it on hull strengthening again. Advanced hydraulic turrets. Okay, interesting. And revelations with the Spanish Empire. Okay, let's boost the hull strength. And this is gonna unlock battleship. Okay, that's gonna be a nice addition, no doubt. We have 5 months until we get that. That armor fitting is taking a while, but relations, no effect. I'm gonna go with no effect. Nice. And then 8 months until we upgrade in heavy guns. And torpedo propulsion is 3 months. Unfortunately, we can't boost all of these. I really wish we had enough scientific vials, but we don't. So you really have to prioritize here as to what you think is more important. There's 10 million being interjected in the economic system right now, which is actually good. I still don't like the fact that armor fitting is taking so long to get done, but it is what it is. Let's just boost that destroyer design a little more and get that done. TB displacement, fast torpedo propulsion. Okay, so I'm gonna boost the guns at this point so we can get them a month early or so. Okay, improved structural steel makes the hull more firm by 2.5. Resistance is 4, and the hull weight is minus 0.5. We have a new battleship design, which I'm considering actually getting and building. Actually, we need to boost the special machinery, and the gun layout would be nice too, but again, we can only boost so much of this stuff. 9-inch Mark II guns. We can get a new cruiser design in 4 months. I think I'm gonna go with the gun layout, to be honest. Armor fitting is another year before we'll get that, unfortunately. And we'll get boilers and special machinery around the same time. About a month apart, but even so. Do I want to increase the port capacity one more time, guys? I'm vaguely considering it because I'm enjoying the money that it's bringing us over time, which is more that can go into the naval budget and research, because so much is going into research at this point. How much is going to the naval budget? Okay, almost $185,000 is going into the naval budget right now. I'd like to see that become more. So you know what? I'm gonna make a risky decision and boost this by another 5,600 tons. And now we're just making 7 million. But again, it's just gonna be interjected back into the economic system. So, which means more money for everything. How much are we growing, by the way? 11.23%. Million is going to port development. And also, guys, if you have any suggestions, let me know. If you see some stuff in the video that you're like, do this, you know. But I do plan on building a fleet. I'm just trying to make it so that we're not building crappy ships right out the gate. We're building semi-decent ships right out the gate. So that's kind of why I delayed in making a fleet. We'll get a new cruiser design in 1 month, and it's going to be the semi-armored cruiser 1. 8 8 million now, and it's just the beginning. Anti-flash barbette and standard firing drills. That's good, very good. Special machinery will be done in 1 month. I'm going to, at this point, boost the mechanism, the turret mechanism, since the gun layout is complete. Nice, we got special machinery and new explosive technology. Let's actually improve relations with Chinese Empire if we can. We'll get new turret mechanisms in 2 months. What exactly is that going to give us? Electric turrets, and that is a 94 technology, which we're right at actually, so that's actually really good. Okay, diplomatic overtures to the Chinese fails. Armor fitting in 6 months, and turn the boost off for that. What else are we gonna do? What needs boosted here? I think I'm gonna go with hull construction, because I don't think we've really increased that at all. Electrical turrets is now done, and that was a 94 technology, wasn't it? Oh no, we got enhanced reload. That's what we got from that, which 94 I believe it said it was. Control stations. Okay, so we're catching up a little bit on the towers and whatnot, but we have to catch up a bit more on that. And there's about 200,000 going to the naval budget right now, and there's $1 million in the naval funds right now, so we've got quite the cushion. I think what I'm going to actually do is when the armor fitting when the control stations get better in 2 months, I'm going to put it back onto internal protections here. I'm considering doing it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that just to increase the unrest down to 0. We got 2 months left on the armor fitting. Small towers. Okay, control stations are now upgraded, so let's get the internal protections done. Mechanical armor forging, -2% construction time, -4% weight to all armor types. Okay, let me take a look here. I'm gonna boost the shells here. We'll get that in about 2 months. And it's end of the first year of the port development that we started, and we're back up to $10 million per month being interjected in the economy, so we're actually doing pretty good right now. I'm gonna go with the effect. Alright, so the Japanese don't like us too much, so I'm gonna see if I can't get the relations with the Japanese Empire back into a positive light. Okay, 1895, guys. Really? This is 1897 technology? Okay. What about this? Yeah, we're a little behind on that, but like I said, we really gotta prioritize what we want more, so just how the game works. Reinforced bulkheads, 1897 technology here, and relations with Japanese are now in the positive light again, and we got 41 prestige, so that's a very, very good internal protections. Right, okay, what do we got going on? Let's just boost this cruiser design here. Okay, let me take a look at what we got financially going on here. The monthly naval budget is now over 200. That's crazy. And we get upgraded boilers in relatively the same amount of time as it takes them to get the one that we're boosting right now. So they're only about a month apart. Take the prestige increase. 44 naval prestige. Okay, so I am now going to the boilers. Give us another month less to get stuff in. Then once we get the boilers, I'm gonna work on both sets of guns, both the big ones and the small ones as well. This is an 1896 gun. I guess we're going to get the 10-inch mark, which we could boost right now, honestly. I wasn't looking for a moment there. I thought we were using all of the vials, but we weren't. And we're getting 11 a month, 11 million. I'm definitely taking the prestige, no doubt. 59 prestige. I'm also going to increase the relations with the British Empire right now because we don't need World War II right now. And we're not doing too good in their eyes, but we're still in the green. I'm gonna see if we can't increase that a little bit. Okay, increase the relations with the British by 9 relations. And we also got a naval prestige increase. So that is fantastic. And I'm going to get upgraded boilers pretty quick here. And then I'm going to switch to the small guns over here. Where are we at in regards to those? This is 1894 technology. We're a little bit behind on small guns, but that is okay. We're a little ahead on the big guns though. So I think the big guns are going to be more crucial than the small ones here. So I'm going to really want to focus on getting the most advanced big guns possible, that kind of thing. Secondary, that is 1894 technology. I think what I'm going to do is actually get the small guns and boost those, and then I'll work on some other stuff. New riveting technology, 10-inch Mark II guns. That's good. That's a very, very good armor technology, gun technology to have. And these ports are 76% done. And there's 219,000 going to the budget right now. 12 million per month. So yeah, we've been cranking the technologies out. We are behind on some stuff, but overall I think we're doing extremely well. Plus 1 barrels for secondary guns, electric battery technology for submarines, and we're 84% done with this port development. We have $223,000 going to the naval budget at this point in time. Improve relations with Japan here. Hopefully that works. 13 million coming in, and the ports aren't even done yet. Mark II guns for 4-inch naval bombardment, and that did not work. And next year these ports will be done, and I think we have enough capacity, to be honest, to start to build some bigger and better ships. I'm gonna boost the hull construction. Discovery is not clear yet. Okay, 1996. Well, 1896, my bad. $1 million going to the monthly balance at this point because we're not building nothing. But what does that actually do for us if we were to keep it like that? Let's see. If I increase this to 90%. Oh my gosh, that's freaking ridiculous. Research. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that we're cranking out now. Yeah, let's focus on getting that technology done, guys. And then we'll just build a beast is what we'll do. Okay, this is a 1896 technology here. So I believe that's right on the dot. Actually, we're actually starting to lose money at this point in time. Minus with the... Okay, let me go to the finances here. I think we got too much in here because instead of economically growing, we're digressing a bit. 90. We're on 90 and see how it runs. Even if we have a slight positive increase, that's okay. I just want to be able to punch through this technology faster than the other nations here. We got the light cruiser 2. We got the destroyer design in 1 month. Displacement 700 tons. Gun layout. Let's go ahead and get that real quick. That'll decrease that by 2 months. Superimposed guns. Oh wow, we're way ahead on that. Way ahead. It's 1898 technology that's coming out for our gun layout. 7 prestige. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. That way it doesn't decrease the budget at all. So we can keep the budget where it's at. Because again, I just want to be super advanced ahead of these guys eventually. So, and then we're gonna, once we do that, achieve the status of being advanced, we're gonna crank out some ships. It should get a new gun layout and hull strengthening in 2 months. And now that they got 1 month on that, well, if I take that off, it'll go down to 2. However, I think what we'll do is we'll do internal protections after that. It's either going to be internal protections or boilers. I think boilers would actually be nice because I know we need to catch up on that just a bit. Let's see what that's at. Actually, we're ahead on that. Holy crap. We're actually behind on boilers. So yeah, I'm gonna boost the boilers so we can get better boilers and stuff like that. Catch up on that area. Okay, this hull strengthening technology and plus the hull form stability 2 resistance 2.5%, hull weight minus 2.5%, and 0.5% engine vibrations. So all of that is nice. Superimposed guns, we are way ahead in that regard. Super ahead there. Let's go ahead and get the boilers because we are behind on that. Okay, we got the gun layout. So at this point in time, I'm actually going to boost the turret mechanism. And where are we at in regards to that? We're actually behind on that by 2 years, unfortunately. Big advanced funnels. Okay, boilers, we got bigger and better boilers. Okay, let's boost for the armor quality and let's boost for bigger guns. Okay, the economic system actually went up to 4%, 4 million, so that's good. Oh, dude, that took a massive leap, didn't it? And we are ahead on big gun technology as well, because this is a 1898 technology that's dropping. Dud chance, nice. Turret mechanism. Okay, what needs to be done here? Are we on top of this? No, we're behind on that. So let's go ahead and boost this as well. Dude, this is crazy. Our big guns are gonna be nasty. And I think I'm gonna keep the boost on them guys for a while. See if we can't get like way ahead in big gun technology. Small guns I don't really care much about, to be honest. It's just if we can have some big ass guns on like a massive battleship, they're gonna have some interesting times. Yeah, let's get an engine upgrade here. Gun layout. I feel like we should do that because no, we're not behind on that at all. Let's boost the boilers a little bit because I know we're kind of behind on that. So let's go ahead and boost the boilers and see where it takes us. 11-inch Mark II, 6 months on the armor quality, which we're way behind on that. In all honesty, small guns, we are slightly behind on the small gun technology, 2 years. So I think I'm gonna let them actually catch up a little bit. Nice, torpedoes got upgraded too. Quite the substantial upgrade. We'll have better small guns in about 4 months. Yep, new boilers in 2 months, which it is a 94 technology. So we're still a little bit behind, but I'm gonna keep them researching the boilers actually and see if we can't catch up on that stuff. I really want to keep the naval budget where it's at because it's really helping us stay within the technology parameters. But once we get these new boilers, I have an idea to build a new ship. I don't think it would be a bad idea to do that. Some new ship parts. We got 5-inch Mark II guns. Okay. Training efficiency, that's awesome. Armor quality in 1 month. But we do need to catch up on, you know what? Where are we at in regards to the turret mechanisms? If I remember correctly, we're ahead on that. No, we're behind. Okay, so yeah, let's boost this by a month and we'll get that done next month instead of 2 months. 35. I don't want people to get mad at us, so that's why I took that hit. I don't really want to, but I don't want a war either because we're not ready for that, honestly. So rangefinders, 17 months. Okay, what kind of technology is this? It's 1898 technology, so we're actually ahead of that. Let's go ahead and boost that so we can get that faster. And what we'll do is we'll put that on the new ship that we build pretty quick here, and it'll be something that's way ahead of anyone else. Actually, we'll get that when it's actually typically unlocked. So my bad.
Wow.
What in the world? That is crazy. Get freaking Mark II 13-inch guns in like 3 months. Dude, if I could get like a 15-inch gun or something, that would be insane to try and put on a ship. Yeah, right. Funnel capacity, a boiler upgrade 1, and we got a destroyer upgrade. Awesome. And we're gonna get the Mark II 13-inch guns next month. I think I'm just gonna keep this on frickin' the heavy guns, guys, because I want to see how advanced we can go with these things. 13-inch Mark II. Yeah, we're a little bit behind on that. That's good. I'm actually gonna start to build the fleet, to be perfectly honest. So I'm gonna see if I can't build a decent battleship here. And it's gonna have that 13-inch Mark II guns on it. Max displacement, Harvey armor, that decreases our weight down, which I need to put some more research into that, to be perfectly honest. Induce spoilers, reinforced bulkheads, anti-torpedo, and we still have a single bottom, so there's a little bit there. But at this point, I think I need to stick the towers in, the funnels in, that kind of thing. Engine efficiency, wow, that's phenomenal. That is crazy. 249%, guys. That is crazy. 189.69% engine efficiency. That is insane. That is literally insane. That's freaking insane. Okay, we're gonna get the 13-inch Mark II and stick this on this beast. Holy shit. Okay, let's get the towers. They won't be the most advanced towers, but we'll use what we got here. Dang, we can't put the 13-inch gun on here. It really sucks. Well, we could. We have one 13-inch gun, I think. But I would like to have, two 13-inch, because that would be crazy. But that's just not going to happen. We might have to go with one 12-inch gun. Who knows? But seriously, I'm loving that engine efficiency, because that's freaking crazy. We could probably get this up to maybe 25 knots if we wanted to with that kind of efficiency. I'll see what we can do when I get everything else set up. Yeah, we'll put a 13-inch and one 12-inch gun over here. Actually, we may want to go with a smaller tower in this case, because we might be able to fit the big 13-inch on the ship that way. I could be wrong though, but we'll try it. No, we can't. We definitely should be able to fit a 12-inch gun there. Maybe if we go with one barrel 13-inch? No, it's got to be something smaller. Can we fit a 12-inch gun? Yes, we can. So we have one Mark II 13-inch gun and then a 12-inch gun on the other end, which is a smaller caliber, but the way this thing is built, we have a couple offsets too. So I'm gonna try and fix that. Honestly, let me see if I actually can fix that for bit 4 offset. Okay, so what we want to do is let's stick this rangefinder in there and add some armor to the aft deck, and then what we'll do is we'll take some armor off of there is not a lot of armor on that. I'm basically just trying to make it so that we don't have offsets. Hang on, guys, I'm gonna see what I can do here. I'm gonna go and look up on the internet here what I can do to fix a starboard offset, because if I can fix it just by adding armor, then I need to know what deck to put the armor on, or the superstructure. 12-inch gun. Oh yes, that helped with that quite a bit. The pitch is just kind of bad too, but I might leave it like this just because I think overall it's well built, and I just really don't want to take the time to mess with this. And reloading, enhanced reloading, ballistic. Okay, cotton. Alright, so we got a lot of the advanced stuff in this ship. I can also increase the frame of the ship too. Let me see if I increase the frame of that. Okay, maximum. Oh, okay. So if I increase the draw, it's really not that bad still. Balance strutter. Yeah, I would say that this is about as good as we're gonna get. So right now I'm gonna try and get the speed to be a little faster. Ship is overweight. Okay, so maximum speed we can get this thing to go is 20 knots, which for a battleship, that is insane. That is absolutely insane. That is fast. You can't go higher, obviously, but yeah, that is absolutely fast. And it doesn't have the 10-inch guns like I hope, but I think these 12-inch guns will get the job done. No doubt about it. The price tag is $56 million to build, okay? Which is telling me, honestly, I'm probably gonna have to decrease the tech budget temporarily just to get enough funds to build this son of a gun. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna decrease the tech budget to about 60% because I want to be able to build stuff, and then we're gonna build stuff, and then the tech budget will go back up. But for right now, I do need to decrease the financing for the tech budget. Maybe give or take, we'll go 55 because that's like average research. Right now though, holy shit. That is crazy. Am I seeing this right? Yes, we're having a monthly balance of $101 million right now. Just because we're not putting in much into tech, which means we're going to be able to build this freaking battleship real freaking easy. And one of these costs half that amount. So I'm going to actually make it so that we build, give or take, 2 of these. How much is it gonna cost us to just build 2 battleships here? Okay, 2 battleships. It's gonna take 16 months to get these 2 battleships done. And as a result, do we have any cash left from, building the ships? Yes, we do. We have a monthly balance of 94 million. So I'll tell you what we're going to do, guys. We're going to use the money to develop the port again. And whatever we don't have left, okay, we're going to put back into technology. So we have a balance of 72 million a month right now. So let's see how high we can put the budget here without the nation going negative here. I'm going to say that we at least want to interject about a couple million a month, despite the fact that we're building the ship capacity a little higher. But I will have to see you guys later. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This video is a little bit longer, but I wanted to get somewhere within the technology. So hopefully by next episode we will start killing people. I just want to get ahead, get advanced, and build some decent ships instead of working with the trash that is pre-built when you start the game. Hopefully we can get enough of these ships in our fleet to make a difference. I'll see you guys next time. God bless.